You know what time it is. Okay, YouTube. Here we go. Catching up on the last. I don't know why it's having so many issues and why it won't let me just upload the videos that I do after I make these things. Like, I watch the episode and then I make a video and then I go to upload it and I record the whole thing and then it's like, haha, you thought erased. Like it always does it. So now I have to catch you up on the last like 3 episodes. So 4, 5, and 6. Well, not me catch you up because you've already seen the episode. I mean, catch you up on my reactions to She-Ra episode 4, 5, and 6 of season 5. So let's see. Um, what happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? So season 4 begins. They've already got Glimmer. Um, yeah, they've got Glimmer, but they're running out of power. They're running out of power and fuel, and they crash land on this planet because they have like 20 minutes of power left in the ship. So, and I'm like, it's a miracle that they've gone this long in this ship that's 1,000 years old. So they crash land on this planet and they go looking for the crystals, and it's a planet that Horde Prime's already been to, and he already conquered it and destroyed it, and it's nothing but dust. But it's supposed to be like the planet where they grow the crystals that they need to fuel the ship. And what they don't think is that it's underground, but they end up in a cave underground anyway because of an earthquake. And while under there, they wait a minute. I'll get there. So while under there, they encounter, well, Adora encounters these 3 siblings, the Star siblings. I'm finally used to calling them the Star siblings. See, here's the thing. Starla, Jewel Star, and Tall Star. They're 3 people. Starla uses daggers. Jewel Star uses pickaxes or hand axes or whatever you want to call them. They're like scythe, sickle things. They're really cool. And Tall Star doesn't use a weapon. She has the ability to extend her limbs. Well, the Star siblings used to be the Star sisters. They were 3 sisters, not a brother, sister, brother, or sister, brother, sister. And I've only encountered them recently. Like, I didn't know who or what they were. Same thing as Double Trouble. Double Trouble and the Star Sisters were toys and in the mini comics, but not in the old cartoon. So I've never seen them. I've never heard them. I've only seen the cartoon. And I didn't even know they were a thing until I was like hunting action figures with my friend. And he was like, I need Double Mischief, Double Trouble, but like not American. Like they changed her name from Double Trouble to Double Mischief over in Europe. Why? I don't know. They can't say trouble over there. I don't know. It's too dangerous for children. You call it mischief. And the Star Sisters came in like a 3-pack. So we're looking for them and we got the toys and everything. And Tall Star has the ability to extend her arms, legs, and neck. Weird. I forget what the other 2 do. They don't do anything special, I don't think. But anyway. Come up to meeting the Star siblings. And they help each other to find the jewel because they're looking for the crystals that fuel the starships too. Oh Oh yeah. So, since they had saved Glimmer, right? Glimmer gets on board and she's like, "Thank you all, thank you, woo, woo, woo." And now that Glimmer's safe, Bo wants nothing to do with her. And I think it's great because she has been doing just, she has been doing the most to him since episode one. And forcing him into these situations that, like, are absolutely not kosher, but now since season 4 went down, when he was like, "Look, we've been running those simulations, activating the heart of Etheria is an absolute no-no, and it'll unravel everything and destroy the planet," and she was still like, "Well, I'm the queen and I say we use it." He's like, "No, we've already, like, no matter how we run this, it comes out bad for us too, but we could win the war, so I'm gonna do it." And then she does it, and then we end up with Horde Prime. So he understandably is now, he's like a parent almost. Like, now that I know you're safe, I hate you and I don't want to look at you. Like, because you made me worry like that. And he just won't let her apologize for anything. But at the same time, she's not really apologizing. She's just trying to, like, glaze it over. She's just like, "Oh, well, hey, this reminds me of the time when I started learning to teleport. Wasn't that a crazy time? Hee hee." He's like, "Well, we've changed." That's what you call don't play me. Don't try to play. I already know what you did. You are already in trouble. Don't try. So, so they're down in the caves. They're trying to get these things, these crystals. There's an earthquake. Everybody gets separated. Tall Star and Adora try to hold the opening open while like there's an earthquake that caused a chasm, and I forget his name already. Jewel Star and Bo hold the bridge together while Glimmer tries to climb the thing and get the crystal. Everything's almost done, but the place is about to cave in. Adora, like, screams, and, like, forces the power of She-Ra out. It's just like this rainbow burst. She doesn't transform, but, like, she causes, like, a magical burst, and it creates a tunnel to the surface. I don't know. So that super impresses the Star siblings, and they're like, "We'll gladly fight with you because you have magic. We, the universe, have not seen magic for 1,000 years." So Horde Prime's just been lollygagging throughout the universe for 1,000 years, apparently. I don't know. Hmm. And that's episode 4. Episode 5, they have their fuel source, and they decide, and Adora, like, cannot get it out of her head that Catra, like, sacrificed herself or whatever to save Glimmer. So she's like, "We have to go back. I have to try to rescue her. Since she saved you, that means that there's still good in her." y'all already know how I feel about. Well, okay, you might not know. I made a video about it like yesterday or something like that. So go look at that because I don't want to hash that out right now. But she goes over there. She convinces Glimmer and Bow and Entrapta to go rescue Catra. Everybody almost gets killed again. Catra's been like mind whammied by by Horde Prime because he was like, okay, I'm going to pay you back for your treachery. And for her treachery, he gave her the power of having his brain implanted into her and making her part of his hive mind, which is gross. So she's got like the chip on the back of her neck, and her eyes just glow green like all of his clones. And he cut her hair into the Hordak style, the slick back nasty. And she just constantly is going, just speaking like the mind slave that she is. Lord Prime knows all. Lord Prime will bring us to the promised land. Welcome, Adora. We've been expecting you. So this whole fight goes down, and Catra ends up having like this like sort of intense fight with Adora. Adora's going through all these emotions and stuff. And you can tell she's like, you're very important to me. You're so important to me. Like they keep touching each other's face and all this. And I'm like, oh, here we go. Not only is the redemption, but the romantic redemption. This is going to be so fast. For everything that Catra's done, this redemption should not be happening this fast. So she Horde Prime takes over Catra's body and like forces her to jump off a cliff. And that like freaks Adora out to no end, and then Adora like jumps down after her. Catra's knocked out. Adora like apparently broke her legs or something. Like she can't move. And then like Horde Prime's like dudes come around. The Horde clones. And through sheer determination and the power of friendship and love, Adora force transforms into She-Ra, but like also creates a sword from out of nowhere, like a whole new sword, just all her, and has a whole new She-Ra form. And I love it a lot more than her other She-Ra form. Like it's so beautiful, it's so pretty, and I feel like I've seen it online before, like fan art or something. I know I've seen that design or something similar to it, because she has like a hip cape now instead of like a whole cape. And the inside of the hip cape is red, the outside is white and with gold trim. And I know I've seen that before. It's really gorgeous. I love it. But what I don't love is that Adora's ponytail and hair poof are still in it. She's got the stupid pompadour. Like, I hate that so much. So she still got that rocking. And, but she gets a better tiara. It's connected. The jewel in the forehead is connected to the rest of the tiara, and finally not just floating in her hair somewhere. And Thank you. Just thank you so much. That's been bothering me for 4 seasons. So she fights these dudes and just has like powers out the yin yang. Like she can do like sword beams that she's never done before. She has like she constantly glows. Just has like ridiculous super strength. Can do all sorts of stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay. Then she like grabs Katra and like does this like, and she's like, we're getting out of here, and like just like barrels through to get to the ship, and they go running away from the dudes. Entrapta calls the ship like answers to her whistle from no matter how far away, just Dana ship. Okay. So they get onto the ship and they run, they fly away, and then She-Ra does like this, like her healing touch to heal Katra. At least that's what I think she's doing. I'm pretty sure that's the She-Ra healing hands. And they get away. They speed away, and Horde Prime swears vengeance. Ew. And when Adora went to like see Horde Prime in the beginning of the episode, he had like he was all hooked up to like his machinery, and it was like plugs all over his face and just like green going into his veins everywhere. It was gross. It was gross. I was like, why would you let someone see you like that? Like, that's Horde Prime in his most vulnerable state. He's like, oh, pardon me. You know, I've got to do this every so often and take over another person's body because I'm so like I'm so powerful. But that's why I raise all these clones, because when my body gives out, I just take out one of theirs. That's how I've survived for so long. Why would you just tell somebody that? Like, oh, hello, my sworn enemy. Allow me to explain to you my weaknesses and my and my vulnerabilities. I'm telling you this because I don't fear that you will exploit this in any sort of way to defeat me. Because I'm so undefeatable. I'm too powerful for you anyway. So, like, there was no point to that. There was no reason for him to do that. But anyway, he exposes his weakness to Adora, which I'm sure will play into like the finale. Entrapta tries to find, while they were trying to find Katra or whatever, they split up. Katra like not Katra, Entrapta. Entrapta tries to like she thinks she sees a Hordak and she tries to like jog his memory with this chip of theirs. I don't know. I think it's like a new power source to the suit she made or something. But it wasn't the right one. And they like mess up whatever pod he was in. And like he falls out and he's like, I've been disconnected from the hive mind. I'm lost. He's just like a crybaby. I don't understand why he would just immediately become a crybaby and just does whatever they say. So they're like, will you help us open this door? Of course. For the glory of Horde Prime. Come, brothers. Like, he's absolutely just broken. Just broken, 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 and does not realize that everybody's not with Horde Prime. And Bo feels sorry for him and decides to keep him. And I'm like, so you feel sorry for him, but not for Kyle? I just find that funny. So they take they name him wrong Hordak. Just, just call him Zed. We already know that's going to be Prince Zed. Oh, well, okay, we don't know he's going to be Prince Zed, but I just figured out it's going to be Prince Zed. Or at least it better be Prince Zed. Like, it makes sense. It makes sense. In the original, Hordak had a nephew called Prince, and his name was Zed, and he was the Prince of the Horde, so Prince Zed. um. So Hordak, they escape, but then the clone that used to be Hordak sees the little jewel on the ground, and he's like, he picks it up in the rubble, and he's like, Entrapta? And then it ends. Episode 6. Ah, shoot. What happened in episode 6? I just watched that one. It's more... So Adora can't leave Catra alone. She keeps going in to check on Catra. She's just like, I'm going to check on Catra. I'm going to check on Catra. Like they're like brand new, like just now starting to date, so they want to see each other all the time and find whatever reason it is to like secretly make out and whatever. But like Catra's knocked out, so so it's not that. But she keeps going in like, I'm gonna check on Catra. And Glimmer decides that she's gonna cook. And decides to go with wrong Hordak to like he can help. Sure. So Catra is having all these like dreams and issues where she's still connected to the hive mind and she's still got the green chip on the back of her. Like no, like in reality she's still got the green chip on her neck, but she's dreaming that she's like she sees flashes of the Horde still. And it's like torturous to her, and Adora can't help her, but Adora wants to help her, but she still thinks that Adora like hates her. And she's like, leave me alone. I don't want to see you. I don't want to see Entrapta. I don't want to see Bo Boy or Sparkles or anybody. Leave me alone. And then like Adora's like, fine, I will. And then like leaves. And then like Catra literally, as soon as she screams at her and Adora leaves, she like curls up in a ball and she's like, why does everyone leave me? Like she's so hurt and so mad. She's like, I know you hate me. I know you all hate me. Like, yeah, of course we hate you. Because you tried to kill everybody. You do everything you can to hurt somebody else and then be like, so, like, what are we supposed to do? But Adora's still holding out for her friend because they used to be friends, and she's still like, you can still be a good person. I know that you can be a good person. And Adora, let me just tell you, they will never change. They will never become a good person. They will never, like, stop doing whatever self-destructive stuff and whatever bullshit they're on. They will never stop. I know you think they will. You think the power of love will convince them because you're a teenager and you're stupid. But no. If they are set on this whole I'm made of shit, I nobody likes me, I'm gonna make all the wrong decisions consciously, even though I know I have the chance to change things, I'm still gonna choose whatever thing will make me hurt the most. That won't change. Not overnight. And you want it to change overnight. You just want her to be good and be with you and be friends and be like happy. And Katra doesn't know how to do that. I don't know how she doesn't know how to do that. Like, and you can't say it was because of the way that Shadow Weaver treated her or anything. Like, Shadow Weaver did treat her like shit. Like, Shadow Weaver did treat her like she hated her because she did. Like, she really did treat them like Adora was her number one prize daughter, and Katra was like that mangy, like, pet cat that she brought in, and she loves too much for you to like tell her, no, that is not your cat. Leave that outside. But Adora loves it too much, so now she's like, okay, I guess we'll have it. It's just so nasty, and you don't want to deal with it, but you begrudgingly do it for her. That is how Shadow Weaver treated Katra. And even once Adora was gone, that whole first season was a mess. Whole first season was a mess. Why was she so obsessed? I don't understand. Back off this cat like tangent. Um, Horde Prime keeps seeing is still in pursuit of them, and it turns out he is tracking them through her neck. So through Katra's like neck piece. So that's the A plot. The B plot is back on Etheria, the the village that like Flutterina came from, the moth people that can't fly. Well, they're apparently in danger. So Micah, Frosta, Natasa, and Spinnerella go, oh, and Swiftwind go to save them. Micah's trying to connect with Frosta because last time he was home, he was like Frosta was Glimmer's age, or maybe a little bit younger. And Micah really misses Glimmer, but he only knows her as a little girl. He doesn't know her as a whole adult or teenager. And he keeps trying to connect with Frosta the way that he used to connect with Glimmer. But it's not working out for him because Frosta hates being treated like a kid. And Natasa and Spinnerella were like, we can't help you. Also, Natasa and Spinnerella, like, actually seem more couple-like on this one for the first... I mean, yeah, sure. Cool. They seem more supportive of each other. Or rather, Spinnerella is still supportive of Natasa. Natasa seems to have way more like issues than Spinnerella. Like, she, whenever they're like apart or like whenever they get to show their personality, it's more Spinnerella supporting Natasa and being like, oh, sweetie, mwah. Like, okay, sure. Look what I did. Oh, you're the greatest, babe. Right? So, they go to save the moth people, but it turns out the moth people were all like, they were acting all nasty and like zombies, and they've all been chipped. I don't know how Horde Prime like swooped in and did the whole injection and neck thing on them, but he did. And it's scary. And Micah convinces, like, they start to fight, but they're using like non-lethal, non-damaging attacks. And Micah like convinces Frosta to like hold back because they're just innocent people. So instead, she creates like an ice dome around them, but they don't try to escape up on the like through the roof. Oh, and on the way there, I was having issues while they were walking there. Like everybody's like normal size or whatever, so they would walk, but like Frosta would like run and like to catch up and then like fall behind because she starts to walk and then run a bit and then like fall behind and run up. And the whole time I'm like, just just ride Swiftwind. He's right there next to you. Just go over to the horse and ride the freaking horse. But no. And so Micah offers her to like ride on his shoulders because he and Glimmer used to do that. She's like, I'm not a kid. Stop trying so hard, old man. Okay. Apparently Frosta never had parents. I don't know. Frosta like is used to being like the child queen and never had parents and doesn't miss her parents. Like, but they end up in a dome of ice with the other people like World War Z clawing at it. They break in and fight everybody else while like Horde Prime takes over the mind of the mayor and is like, why do you fight me? You'll all enjoy being part of me. Meanwhile, out in space, they're being pursued by the Horde troopers in their spaceships. The ship has no way of fighting them. They all freak out. Adora like has this moment with Catra where she's like tired of Catra's shit and drags Adora in or entrapped her in there to like get the chip off the back of her neck because that's the only way that Horde Prime's not going to follow them. And Catra's like, no, I told you to leave me alone. and and she thinks that like Entrapped is just gonna go in there and kill her, which I wouldn't blame her if she did. I mean, and she's like, no, she's gonna kill me. That part was fun. And she's like, kill you? Why would I want to hurt you? Oh, you mean because you sent me to Beast Island and stole my work and tried to open a portal that would unravel all of reality? No, I'm fine. I'm over that. Now get down. Like, I was like, I'm gonna make you a paraplegic. But anyway, Barks. Through all of this and all the stress, Adora transforms into She-Ra once again. Whole new transformation sequence. It's beautiful. I like it. It's much better than the first transformation sequence. The suit's better. Just everything is so much better. It's so beautiful. I thank you. So, She's all glowy. She opens up a door, jumps out in space. Apparently, she doesn't need to breathe. She's got the glow. And she's just like ripping plate things in half, and like somebody shoots like laser beams at her, and she catches them with the sword and like throws them back. And then she like shoots like power waves out of her sword, and then uses her sword to create a platform, like an energy platform. And the minute she did that, I was like, oh, so we're going the 1970s route of superheroics and just like creating powers, just whatever I need at the time. Womp womp. That's totally a 70s and 80s thing for them to just whip out powers. And that was and that was one of the things that honestly I was looking forward to them nerfing. Because when you compare She-Ra's powers to He-Man's powers, she has way more powers. Like He-Man's just like, I'm super strong and I can shoot a power beam from my sword. And She-Ra's like, I'm super strong and I can shoot a power beam from my sword. And I can heal, and I can transform my sword into any sort of object or weapon. And I have animal telepathy and empathy. And actually, I think that's all she could do. Sword, animal telepathy, healing hands. Ugh, that part was so cringy. She-Ra, I hurt. Take it away. It made me cringe even as a 4-year-old. I was like, oh, I hate this part of the movie. But now she can create platforms. It's like they went to the Spider-Woman school of superheroics. Oh, good thing I have my spider telepathy and my spider digging. What? But she destroys them, and her transforming into She-Ra remotely gives Swiftwind the power boost shockwave that he needs to get all the zombies off of them, and everyone escapes. Everything seems fine. Glimmer comes out of the... And, Micah and the rest of them escape. Meanwhile, back on the ship, everyone's like winding down after the hard-fought battle out of the asteroid belt in a ship that can hardly fly, but Bo made it happen. Meanwhile, Glimmer and Wrong Hordak come in with like pork buns, like steam buns, and Glimmer's like, oh, I used to make these with my mom. They're not that, like, she wasn't that good at them, so I'm like, why not? But I mean, okay. And then Catra comes in and like sheepishly joins them, and they just welcome her into the circle, and everyone enjoys time. Now, what I want to know... Oh, and then like right before the episode ends, it reveals that Spinnerella's been like chipped, and I just want to know when and how, because I thought to like chip someone and connect the chip to their nervous system and everything, like they had to be like integrated with it and like be injected with all the like Horde Prime juice. Like they don't. You just like stick it onto the back of their neck like a post-it note, and it just like wires itself. Like, why did that require so much operation from Entrapta? If it's easy to plug on, Why is it so difficult to take off? And the other thing I want to know is, where'd the Star siblings go? Didn't they catch a ride with Adora and them at the end of that episode? Didn't they leave with them on the same ship? Where are they now? Did we forget about them like we forgot about Huntara? Is that what happened? I need to know. I want to where to go. Aside from that, I don't. They just like float off into the void. Where do they go? Okay, I've been talking already for 40 minutes. 40 minutes. This is the longest video I've ever done on this subject. But it's also 3 episodes of review and a long tangent. Sorry about that. Well, anyway, what other questions or concerns have you encountered about these 3 episodes, or the 3 episodes before that, or anything that happened before that? Talk to me. Let me know. I want to discuss all the things. Okay. Talk to you later. Bye.